Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss unit number 1 of strategic management, session number 4, need for strategic management. I am Mujib Khan, assistant professor, Government First Grade College, Kanakpura. In the last class, we had a discussion on the process of strategic management, various steps involved in strategic management. Now, in this class, we will discuss why strategic management is necessary for an organization. You can see on the screen the various prerequisites for having strategic management in today's competitive world. Let us discuss one by one. The very first need for strategic management for an organization is increasing rate of changes. Today, the environment in which business operates is very fast. A business concern which does not keep its policies up to date cannot survive for a long time in the market. In turn, the effective strategy optimizes profits over a long run. So today, changes in technology, changes in terms of financial behavior, changes in management and operation of a particular task, changes in the rules and regulations at the national and international level demands a proper strategic management in an organization. Otherwise, if the organization follows the old methods, old techniques and traditional methods only, then it cannot cope up with the changes which are taking place in the external and internal environment. Dear students, today we can see lots of changes in technology, the way technology is used. You can take the example of pharmaceutical company, pharmaceutical industry. Due to pandemic, the whole world is fighting to come out from this. Different companies have invented different vaccines. At the same time, different companies have invented different medical toolkits for battling this pandemic. It could be oxygen, it could be oximeter, it could be thermal screening, etc. So, each and every company which manufactures and sells these medical kits, they claim that the product that they have manufactured is easy to operate, it is easy to use, simple to understand and less costly. If any company which is into this business need to understand how the changes are taking place in this field, what are the changes that are taking place, how to cope up with their company in this business world, and how to be standstill in the market. Dear students, this pandemic has given lot of has brought lot of changes in the way the work is executed. You can see work from home is a new concept because of this pandemic. Because of this pandemic only, all types of organizations are encouraging work from home, whether government organization, private organization, profit making organization or non-profit making organization. This is also a change. The way of executing a work has changed now from offline to online. Online business has increased. E-commerce has increased. E-commerce related industries has drastically they have increased. The e-commerce and related industries have shown a phenomenal increase in their performances. It could be online payment and the different online payment methods used. Likewise, in banking sector, in manufacturing sector, in service sector, in trading sector. In service sector, one more example I would like to give because of this increasing change. See, there are so many movies which have been made, but because they cannot launch them on a commercial basis due to this pandemic, most of the people are launching them on net. Netizens are happy, but the thing is, this change is accessible to some, this change is not accessible to some, this change is known to some, this change is unknown to some. But it is changing, the trend is changing. So in this changing environment, where instead of using one type of product, people have started using the other type of substitute product. In this scenario, where the environment is changing very fast, be it in the field of education, in the field of medicine, in the field of industry, in the field of pharmaceutical industry, in the field of technology, lot of changes are taking place. The company which is operating in this changing environment, which is changing very fast, need to change and be flexible in its policies, procedures, programs and strategies. Otherwise, it cannot survive in the market for a long time. That is why we need a proper strategy. That is why we need the management who can plan for this strategy. That is why we need a proper strategic management, because things are changing now. We were not aware about cryptocurrency earlier, but now cryptocurrency in some of the countries, it is playing a very important role in financial markets. Most of the time, when we were discussing about online banking, people used to say that there might be frauds, there might be the problems with transaction if there is no internet connection. But now everything has changed. Contactless banking is preferred today. Contactless banking is preferred today instead of having a direct contact in exchange of money. So many changes have taken place. In order to cope up with these changes, the company which is operating, again I am telling, need to adjust itself, be flexible itself, and try to stand still in the market. Otherwise, it cannot be there for a long time. The second important need for strategic management in an organization is higher motivation of employees. Higher motivation of employees. See, today employees are considered as capital. There was a time when employees were considered as labor. Then they were considered as human resources, but now today they are considered as human capital. They are just like capital. If the organization has committed, honest, loyal, skillful, regular workers, then that is a symptom of company strength. In contrast with the companies which do not have skillful, honest, loyal, committed workers. Strategic management is required for higher motivation of employees. See, whenever changes takes place in an organization, to cope up with these changes and to create awareness among its employees at top level, mid level and low level, proper strategic management is required so that they can create awareness among the employees and motivate them, convince them, persuade them to work in a qualitative and quantitative manner with most effective and efficient way, without loss of time and without loss of resources. Here, the human resources are assigned with clear-cut duties by the top management. When strategic management is followed in an organization, when the strategic management is followed in any management or in any organization, employees will become loyal, they become sincere and goal oriented, and their efficiency will also increase. This is one way. When strategic management is followed, all these things, the loyalty, sincerity, efficiency naturally increases. Meanwhile, the organization requires strategic management to motivate the employees, to bring the notice of the employees, the new changes taking place, and creating a sort of self-confidence in them to face any change, to adopt to any change with confidence and execute that particular work with most honesty and sincerity. So we require strategic management. See, there was a time when bank employees agitated. They agitated to work in banks because banks have introduced computerized banking system. But look at the management of banks throughout India. They started giving trainings. There was a complex with some of the employees that they cannot operate computers, and because of that complex, they were agitating against computerization of banks. Earlier, they used to do all the manual works. Now, if you go to bank without computer, the employees will not be able to do even a small transaction. Let it be a debit transaction or a credit transaction or any loan transaction or any advancement transactions or deposits, anything like that. Because the bank management, because the all nationalized scheduled banks, cooperative banks, they took a strong step to cultivate skills among bank employees who are working in organizations, in banks, in scheduled banks, in cooperative banks. They gave training, they gave skillful training to the employees, and now result, everybody can see the result that all bank employees, whether they are at the top level or at the low level, they are well aware about the operation of computer system, execution of the work in computers or laptops. Each are given laptops and electronic gadgets. So, by doing this, they have increased the morale of employees. They have increased the motivation of employees. It is only because of the proper strategic management. See, you can see here the new change in Department of Collegiate Education. First time in the history that LMS is being prepared for the government students by the government teachers, initiative taken by the government. Such a wonderful motivation for both the workers as well as the stakeholders. Happily, everybody is participating. Happily, everybody is making use of it. It's a type of motivation, higher motivation, that is required, that is needed, that is a prerequisite. It is just a plan, a strategy made by the higher authorities to motivate the workers, to motivate the stakeholders. Nothing should go in vain. That is the intention. Everything should be profitable, everything should be productive. So, strategic management is required to motivate the employees in that way, to create awareness, to create self-confidence, and to increase the esteem. Let us move on to the next need, the third one, strategic decision making. Under strategic decision making, we can say that the very first step of strategic planning is to set the goals or objectives of a business concern. Decision making is selecting the best from among the alternatives available. See, for taking a decision, there must be the availability of alternatives. In order to take a decision, planning, first of all, planning becomes essential and a prerequisite. Planning is made at the top level for the smooth functioning of business. In planning, we have got something called as decision making process. This is also a responsibility of top management. Selecting from among the alternatives, selecting the best from among the alternatives. For selection, we need strategic management. Decision making is choosing the best alternative. See, when a person wants to buy a mobile phone or a television or a home theater or something like that, when they visit the shops, definitely they may be confused because of the availability of so many substitute products and alternatives. But depending upon the purchasing power parity, depending upon the sales after service, depending upon the quality of the product, depending upon the demonstration made by the sales personnel, depending upon the impression a customer gets after watching or touching or seeing a particular product and its functioning, ultimately decision of buying take place. So here strategic decision making to select the best alternative from the whole environment matters. That is why we require strategic decision making. These are the decisions which are concerned with the whole environment in which the firm operates. The entire resources and the people who form the company and the interface between the two. See, strategic decisions are complex in nature. It is not very easy, very simple. Suppose if an organization want to buy a product, buy a raw material or sell a raw material, they have got lots of sellers, alternate sellers. Ultimately decision is to be taken who should be selected as the best seller and from whom they are going to purchase. That is very important. So is the case while they are selling their products. If they want to sell the product, again they have got so many sellers. Some people buy on cash basis, some people they try to take on credit. Okay, some people try to take credit for 52 weeks a year. Some people they take average period. So depending upon the company's credit policy, the company's financial resources, a decision will be taken. That is strategic decision making. Dear students, strategic management is very much needed for strategic decision making. Now, let us move on to the next need, optimization of profit. Neither maximization nor minimization. It comes in between, optimization of profits. If profit maximization is taken as the objective of the organization, it will have its bad effects on the quality. It encourages corruption. It discourages social welfare. Whereas when we take optimization of profit as the main strategy of the organization, we need proper strategic management. We need proper strategic management. An effective strategy should develop from policies of concern. It takes into account actions of competitors. See, the actions of competitors are taken into account. It considers future options in respect of market area and opportunity, executive competence, available resources and limitations imposed by the government. An effective strategy should optimize profits over the long run. Dear students, taking into consideration of the government policies, the long run, the opportunities an organization has, the executive competence, that is the skills that their workers have, organization need to prepare a strategy to optimize the profits. Therefore, we require strategic management. Then comes the last one. Why strategic management is required? Mr. H.N. Broome, in his book on business policy and strategic action, has mentioned that strategy has a primary concern with the following. First one is marketing opportunity. Like, strategy is required for marketing opportunity in terms of products. When we take product prices, when we take the products, sales potential and sales promotion. Then the second one is available distribution channels and costs. The third one is the scale of company operations. Fourth one is the manufacturing process required to implement their scale of operations with an optimal production cost. Next one is the research and innovation program. Next one is the types of organization. Then the amount and proportions of equity and credit capital available to a firm and combined adequacy. Then the planned rate of growth. Dear students, you can see here Mr. H.N. Broome has rightly observed that why we require marketing strategy, why we require strategic management. First of all, for marketing opportunity, to gain marketing opportunity, to gain competitive edge, and to prepare the strategies on 4 P's, that is products, price, promotion, place or distribution, to get the competitive advantage. Then we require marketing strategy for scale of operations, large scale or small scale, whatever type of operations we want, whether we want the operation to be in the inside the country, inside the state, or outside the country or outside the state. Then the strategic management is required for research and innovation program also, R&D. To prepare the strategy, we need to have R&D, and if we have R&D, we can prepare the strategic management, we can prepare the strategies properly. Both are interlinked, interrelated, interdependent. Then, depending upon the types of organization, as I have been telling from the first session itself, that there are 3 different types of organizations: manufacturing organizations, service organizations and trading organizations. In all these organizations, we have profit making, we have non-profit making. We have large scale, medium scale and small scale enterprises. In all these organizations, we may have the public organizations or private organizations, government organizations or private organizations. So depending upon the nature and type of organization, strategy need to be adopted or followed. For that, we require strategic management. It is actually the observation made by Mr. Broome. Then he says, for financial aspects, equity and credit capital, for financing decision, we need proper strategy. If capital mix is not made properly, debt equity ratio is not made properly, If the strategy is not made properly, then there will be a huge loss to the organization. If the people at the top don't take proper strategic decisions relating to mixing of financing alternatives, whether they want to go with the equity capital, they want to go with equity plus debenture capital, equity plus debenture plus preference capital, or they want to go with equity plus debenture plus outside sources of finance. The fixed interest bearing and the dividend paying ratio, and actually combining this in the interest of the organization, in the interest of the interested parties of the organization, is very important. So he has the observation that for making proper financial strategies, we require strategic management. Then for the proper rate of growth, see, it is rightly said that first plan the work, then work on the plan. To have a growth and development in future, we need to plan. So strategy and strategic management is the important component of planning. So for having a planned rate of growth, we require strategic management. So dear students, as you can see that we have discussed today the need for strategic management. There are only 5 points in this. Why we need strategic management? In a nutshell, we can say that because there is an increasing rate of changes, we require strategic management. In order to have a high motivation of employees, we need to have strategic management. To take strategic decision making, we need to have strategic management. Then to optimize our profits, we need to have strategic management. Then for making proper strategies in terms of marketing, scale of operation and financial aspects, we need proper strategic management. Dear students, at the end I have given you the multiple choice questions. Try to answer those questions and try to collect more information about the need of strategic management. Try to collect more and more knowledge from the available sources and incorporate that knowledge along with the study material, MCQ and the videos, other things provided to you. And I thank you for watching this video. Stay home, stay safe, take care. Bye bye.